After you got hit in the eye when you walked off the court, you flipped off the fans, it looked like. What was going through your mind?
So here's why Draymond Green is the man. Because he has no filter. And he speaks facts. These fans are going way above and beyond what they need to do as fans. You know, at the end of the day, they're people. And he's not having it, and none of these players are having it anymore. The NBA needs to do something about this. This is really insane.
You're going to boot somebody who get elbowed in the eye and face running on blood, you should get flipped off. So I'll take the fine, I'll go do an appearance and make up the money. But it felt really good to flip them off. You're going to boot someone that get elbowed in the eye and blood running down your face? I could have had a concussion or anything. So if they're gonna be that nasty, I can be nasty too. And I'm assuming the cheers was because they know I'll get fined.
Check this out. This is pivotal right here. I love what he says right here. This statement here, it goes a long way. And it really eats at the core of these people that think that they can get under these guys' skin.
Great, I make $25 million a year. I should be just fine.
Way to go, Draymond. I mean, that was just superb, right? So, you know, Mad Dog Russo had some things to say about this whole, about Draymond and what he stated when he was talking to the media, right? So, you know, one of the things that he says, which I'm really, really livid about, and, you know, I don't like to do it anyway, because I believe there's definitely some racial undertones in what he said. So pay attention to this next part, this next segment.
I'll give you a large segment of older fans who have followed the NBA for 60 years, this is not a political scenario or a race situation, who have followed Wilt and grew up as a Knick fan, who loved Clyde and loved Reed and loved the Pearl.
I disagree with you on that. I'm not saying it's a race situation. I'm saying that the fans you're talking about, they talk about athletes that way, like you just talked about an athlete.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a large segment.
The people on Fox News talk about athletes that way.
Well,
JJ Reddick throws the slap down on Mad Dog Russo. Pay attention to this. This is classic.
And Fox News.
That's my issue. I don't actually care about the fans that watched Bob Cousy play or watched Wilt play. I don't care. I appreciate that they've been NBA fans that long, but I don't appreciate the undertone.
Now, I definitely didn't appreciate what Mad Dog Russo said because, you know, obviously as I'm listening to it, it just doesn't come across well. But JJ actually he spoke about this on a podcast and went into a little bit more details about what he meant and what he was talking about when he was talking to Mad Dog Chris Russo. So check this out.
What he said in reference to Draymond was, you know, shut up and play. And of course, we've all heard that in reference to athletes before.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I do think there is a certain generation. I think it is a little bit generational that certain people are uncomfortable with athletes being outspoken. But the undertones of that and the connotation of that we are meant strictly for your entertainment purposes, that we are to use our bodies strictly for your entertainment, and we are not allowed to be human and show emotion and talk. Like, I don't like that at all. And so I just, you know, I could have went a little harder. I think I gently pushed back at Mad Dog.
So here's my twist on it, America. Obviously, you know, there's a whole clip on, you can watch it with JJ talking with Mad Dog Russo. And I urge you to watch it because I think JJ had a valid point. You know, you could say that to whatever audience you want to say it to. And I get it, Mad Dog Russo. You have an audience that's, 50, 60 years old. But, just to tell somebody to just shut up and play basketball, that ain't working today, bro. It don't work today. All right? Because that's a racial undertone that's in that line that you said that crosses the line. And maybe you're trying to, really geared towards your audience, but people like JJ, we need more of you. We definitely need more of you guys out there, because the reality is that your voice actually gets heard. I heard you, JJ, and I appreciate what you said, what you did, because me being a black man in America, I sit back and I listen to some of these anchormen and sports announcers and some of the things that are said, and it's absurd. It goes beyond normalization. It goes beyond the ability to comprehend a conversation where you feel that, you know, you're attacking black people for standing up for themselves. And the reality is, Draymond's podcast that he has, people do like listening to him, Mad Dog Russo, because his podcast, I believe, is either number 4 or number 5. And he has interesting topics on that, and he keeps it real. And people like listening to him. You're not number 4, number 5 podcast in the world where people don't listen to you. So maybe you should sit back and recreate your format and stop trying to tell black athletes to just shut up and play basketball or shut up and play football. Get used to it. They're going to speak up, and they're going to speak what's on their mind.